Was looking through my 4th grade yearbook and found this. Bo, I want to be a football. This is what happens when you put a penny in a microwave for 2 minutes. Don't try this. My kitchen is currently in flames and my daddy is shouting. Life cycle of a bubble wand. Purchase bubble wand for $3.99. Blow bubbles using bubble wand to the magical delight of your child. Child insists that it's their turn and that they can do it themselves. Hand bubble wand to child. Child instantly pours all contents of bubble wand onto the floor. Everyone cries for an hour. My dad was tired of having to cut the crust off my bread when I was a kid, so one day he gives me a PB&J with the crust still on it. When I tell him that it's wrong because it has the crust, he responds, "But don't you want to be a good whistler?" At the time I hadn't learned to whistle yet. He went on, "Think about it. You don't eat your crust and you can't whistle. I do eat my crust and I can whistle." I gasp, "That's true." And from that day on I ate my crust. And yes, I'm a good whistler now. When in the car with my daughter, she has my phone running Spotify. We have a game where she plays any song ever, and I can guess the artist and title within seconds of listening. She believes I'm a musical genius. She's unaware the song info is on the little screen behind the wheel. Deep dark fears. My brother told me that if I sneezed and farted at the same time, I'd die. When I was 6, it happened. So I lay down on the ground and waited for death. Zoom preschool is both hilarious and depressing. My 4-year-old keeps unmuting himself and yelling, "I don't know your name. Is this meeting over yet?" When I was 2 I thought an electrical box was a robot. My mom let me take a picture with it, and I have come across that picture again. I was in a class Zoom call when there was a faint thud in the background. My teacher appeared off screen for a second, calmly remarked, "Well, my daughter just ran straight into a wall," and continued to tell us about the structure of proteins. My daughter was furious that we wouldn't let her keep a handful of coins in her mouth. My mother is a university instructor, and when I was a kid, at night she would tell me go to bed because she had to do some grating. I always assumed that she meant grating as in grating cheese, so I would go to bed excited for all the cheese I would be getting in the morning. I pictured her in the kitchen with just mountains of cheese around her. I never got the grated cheese in the morning, but I also never questioned the fact that it wasn't there. Just found out that my son has been telling people I got laid instead of laid off, so there's that. He wanted to be a mannequin. As a father with a 6-year-old in e-learning, this is real life. Teacher, does anyone have any questions? After a language arts class, my son, promptly unmuting himself. Why are giraffes so tall? Brah, damn. Your son's asking the real questions. Almost 2-year-old for sale. Been crying for 10 minutes cause he can't get in the oven with the cornbread. Entertaining all offers. I dropped the toilet paper in the toilet, but then I washed it. My kid won't eat her eggs because they have dark spots. Yeah, that's the fork. I'll let Fred watch YouTube tutorials to make her bracelets, and they all ask to please like and thumbs up. And I kid you not, every time, Fred gives my phone screen the most sincere in real life thumbs up, while looking intently at the screen. Amazing. Sean said the word, green. When my son was 4 he saw a commercial that said, brushing alone is not enough to prevent cavities and tooth decay, so he made us start brushing our teeth with him. It's been 3 years, nobody tell him. Had to text you this as you'd get a laugh out of it. Ivy is upset, she's on the verge of tears. She's sad because she can't watch TV whilst eating her breakfast. The TV is on. I tell her, she starts crying. It's SpongeBob, you put it on. I continue, no luck. I can't see it, she sobs. Then look at it. I suggest, it works. Oh, there's SpongeBob. Thank you daddy, she smiles. She was sat sideways at her table and wasn't turning her head. My 3-year-old granddaughter playing hide and seek. My friend's son wrote their cat a letter from summer camp. Dear Willow, meow 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 meow. Love, Jackson. When I was 12 I was obsessively into Wicked, and I told a girl in my class reading The Wizard of Oz that it was propaganda. When my oldest was 5 they revamped a playground in our neighborhood. One of the new pieces of equipment they put in are these spinning cup things. Basically they are dished out seat mounted on a bearing that is slightly angled. If you sit in them your natural attempt to balance yourself will cause it to keep spinning and usually pick up speed. They are hilarious to convince drunk people to sit on. So my oldest sees this thing and asks me to put her on it. I gave her warning. It gets pretty fast. Let me know if you want off. So I put her on it and give it a little twist. She's spinning but not crazy fast. Faster, she yells. She is maniac on the playground so I'm not surprised. I add a bit more spin pushing her foot. Faster, she screams. I was like oh hell yeah let's do this. I whip her by the foot on the way by. At this point she is a blur on top of this thing. Faster, she screams again. At this point I was like, I legit don't understand how she would want to be going faster and it clicked. Do you mean slower? Slower, she bellows at the top of her lungs. So I stop the thing and she half jumps half falls out. She immediately tries to take a step and face plants into the sand and starts crying. She was mad at me for the rest of the day for not understanding that faster meant slower. It's moments like these that I wish I didn't go all balls out on having children. Here's Penny, showing her class something that smells good. Looks like someone left their kid alone with a Sharpie. When I was around 5 years old, I was eating homemade spaghetti at my babysitter's house when I found a bay leaf in it. I didn't know what a bay leaf was at the time and my 5-year-old brain thought it was a leaf from out in the yard, and I surmised that the spaghetti must have fallen into the grass and been scooped up. I refused to eat there for months after and I wouldn't tell anyone why, because I didn't want to hurt the babysitter's feelings. A picture I drew in 2nd grade. It's a hot mug of coffee and chocolate chip cookies. 5 or 6-year-old me. Mum, what's your real name? Michelle. Me. What was your name when you were little? Michelle. It doesn't change when you grow up. Me. Mind is blown. I love how my 7-year-old nephew spells words. Come in her. It is fun. Little kids are so creepy. Example, I have a student who kisses me on the arm every day and whispers, there, now you'll live until tomorrow. And one day he didn't kiss me, and when he came to school the next morning, he looked genuinely surprised to see me alive. When I was 11, I put rocks in the microwave because I thought it would melt the rocks into lava. Atlantis Dolphin Bay instructor, gently kiss the dolphin. My nephew. Here's a dramatic photo of me in 5th grade stuck in a garbage can. I freaking hate kids. Little girl comes to the bar like, do you have a bin back there? And I hold my hand out like, yes darling, and she freaking spat her chewing gun in my hand and dipped off. Where's your freaking mother? I want a word you little ant. 100. I want $100, but not 100 bean. I woke up one night with my huge-eyed 4-year-old son staring point blank into my eyes, and he then yelled, how do horses sleep? I got up and we watched some YouTube videos of horses sleeping. Then he went back to bed. FYI, they sleep on their sides. What the frick, Daniel Tiger? This is 10 times worse than my kids seeing violence on TV. We are setting up our inside beach. When I was about 3-year-old, my family moved across the country. They had movers come to pack everything into the truck and, when they were done, my mom found me crying in my bedroom. She asked what was wrong and, through my heavy weeping, I pointed out to her that they forgot to pack my walls. This was a new pencil for school 1 hour ago. I'm now told the pencil would not sharpen. A conversation I overheard between my sister and her friend. So you're telling me my parents had Shreks? Yeah they did to give birth to you. But how? In whispers, they hugged under the sheets. They held hands too. I don't know, I'm pretty sure they did. I told my kid to label his water bottle for school. Should have been more specific. Water bottle. When I was a kid I asked my parents what the word pedophile meant, and they told me pedophiles are people who like children. So the next day when I went to school, I kept bragging about my parents being pedophiles. I told my brother he can eat half of my grapes. Kids are the best, man. They get all shocked when you figure out they did something wrong, like, "Mom, how'd you know I colored on the table?" Because you wrote your freaking name on it. Mom is going to be so happy when she sees the gas tank full. 6-year-old me was so freaking stupid. Once my mum told me to watch out for my bouncing ball, or it might get lost in the fields. What did I do? I stared my mom dead in the eye and threw it into the fields on purpose. Reason why my child is crying: the warning label on her car seat is touching her. A kid in my class just pulled down his mask to cough. Why would you do this? Why even wear a mask if you just take it off when you need to cough? Just why? Little cousin's prompt was, "What place do you want to go and visit?" It can be anywhere in the world. Sydney, I want to go and visit Costco because I love the hot dogs there. Mommy said we can go after I finish my homework. Costco, hot dogs free. I tutor math to a student and she was getting bored in our hour-long session. She started turning off her camera and muting, and pretending not to be able to hear us because she was bored. My co-tutor asked her if she could hear her, and the student literally said no, as she was trying to convince us she couldn't hear us. My 2-year-old daughter, I love her so much. When I was 5, my family had a trash can next to the toilet. I pissed in the trash can repeatedly, and every time my dad asked I blamed it on the cat. That worked until one time he caught me mid-piss, and I told him the cat told me to do it. What a genius I was. My little brother's search history. Lots of diarrhea and vomit followed. Can you drink bubble bath? What happens if you drink bubble bath? My tonal hurts. I drank bubble bath. Why is bubble bath strawberry flavor if you can't drink it? My kid is crying because he wants 7 to be part of the alphabet. How? Here, read about on ULO, so that you can feel better about your day. I will keep this short. We keep a humidifier in my son's room most of the time. Last night he apparently didn't think he could make it to the bathroom in time. It's sort of 10 feet down the hall, but somehow did have time to open up the humidifier and pee into it, and then turned it on. So we woke up this morning to the smell of vaporized pee in the house. Just spent 2 hours trying to clean, deodorize and detox. Still gagging a little as I sit here typing this. Dream big, kid. When I grow up I want to be an airport. I'm a kid, don't swear. Turn on your filter. What? Profanity filter. Turn it on. How? Are you a kid? Go to settings. Hit the more button. Filter clan chat. Thanks. Frick you. What did you say? It works. My sister and I used to rip the heads off of Monster High dolls and attach the head to their calves. Assistant teacher. Talking about teacher's birthday. Today 28 years ago a very special person was born. Can anyone guess who? Kid aged 9. Benjamin Franklin. Assistant teacher. Not quite. Any other guesses? Kid. Jesus. Kid took a single bite out of all the apples. It says that. Virus detected. Help please. It won't go away. I want to play my Minecraft. It won't work. It says that I have to pay $6,000. What happened? Help. I want to play my free Minecraft. My brother woke me up at 5 AM yelling, I made the Hulk as a me, and then I see this abomination. When I was 4-year-old I ran to my dad's German friend and started telling him something in gibberish. He asked my dad what I'm saying and my dad said, I don't know, she's obviously talking German. So you tell me. I'm a nanny of a 3-year-old who had a meltdown. I'm talking devastated crying, because his brother's car window had bird poop on it and his didn't. My nephew aged 6 was climbing across the back seats in my car to get into his car seat, and I could hear what sounded like him starting to choke. So I'm panicking thinking he's put a Lego in his mouth or something and accidentally swallowed it. He eventually sits in the seat properly and I can hear him gasping for air. So I ask if he's swallowed something or if he's choking or what, and through tiny gasps I hear, your car stinks. Wow, thanks Jack. When I was a kid, I thought these plants were a type of bird. So when I was in like 1st grade, I thought for a couple of weeks that I could write in Chinese. I couldn't. I just made random lines and dots on the paper that could only be mistaken for Chinese symbols. If you've never seen any language with that style of alphabet in your life. Best part is, my classmates were complete freaking idiots and they absolutely believed me. And then for some reason, I just forgot I could write Chinese and stopped doing it. Okay, I know it's bubbles, but still. I like boobles. My daughter's science app, Pluto is a dwarf planet. My daughter, dwarves live on Pluto. Me, I should correct her. I really should. It might come up in class or something. My daughter, Dad, Pluto has dwarves on it. Me, yes. We are playing hide and seek. One day while riding the bus to kindergarten, I successfully read the emergency exit instructions at the rear. Emergency exit, to open pull handle, push window out. I was so pleased with myself for having perfectly read and understood them. Everyone had to know, but surely telling wouldn't be enough. I'd have to prove it by following them myself. There was no other way. And that is how the rear emergency exit of a school bus full of 5-year-olds opened, without warning, in morning rush hour traffic on a highway. My youngest attempting to charge his copy of Lego Incredibles in the Nintendo dock. Name each of the following shapes. Lulu, Maxwell, Olivia, Quinton. I'm a teacher and the second paragraph is the best thing a child has ever written. Miss Bear has no time for Baby Bear's nonsense. Baby Bear is staring at the big window. He saw a moon. Can I go to the moon? Said Baby Bear. No you won't, said Miss Bear. When I was about 5, I was playing with the calendar on the wall next to my bed when I somehow managed to rip the page for July clean off. I immediately burst into tears because I was legitimately convinced that I had removed the entire month from existence and I had ruined the whole world since that year was going to be 11 months long instead of 12. My mom ran into my room due to my ridiculous wailing, and when I told her what happened, she began laughing her ass off and proceeded to console me while I sat there angry at her enjoyment and sobbing like a little dumbass. I don't need to say much, I guess. Sigh. He loves pizza. As long as I tell him what we are eating is pizza, he'll eat it. Vegetables, call it pizza. Chicken nuggets, call it pizza. Literally anything. He screams yay pizza and eats it. He's 2. I tell mine, who have decided they don't like fish, it's chicken. Works every time. He's getting mad because he wants me to launch my car at the same time, but not make them crash. He refuses to add any more track. My 6-year-old asked me your name. I told him. His name is Brandon. His reply, I'm gonna call him Mike. Couldn't change his mind. You are now Mike. Even if all of them were spelled correctly, it wouldn't look like the parents said this. Mrs. Clifton, Ronnie can bring his PSP to class all the time he wants to. He has my permission. I'm his mom and what I say goes. Ron is mom. When is your birthday? Well, I don't know when I was born, but I know the year. It's September 26th. Little Timmy has the right idea. What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of our existence as humans? Fortnite. For all the McDonald's employees, what is the funniest way someone had ordered the Travis Scott burger? My friend's dad works there, a 6-year-old said in the drive-thru with his parents. One Fortnite black man burger please. Kermit is never gonna give you up. Wait, this isn't my free V-Bucks. Everyone dislike this is a scam. When I was little and at the store and I wanted a toy, my parents would say, we don't have toy money. So for a very long time I thought there was a separate currency specifically for toys. He does not want me to take his sticker away, at least it might absorb the tears. Dear Santa, how are you? I'm good. Here is what I want for Christmas. Toilet, the floor and wall. My 6-year-old son peeing. Because he wasn't allowed to stick his lightsaber up the dog's butt. Instead of just letting us know verbally she woke up from her nap, or just opening up the cracked door, she thought she needed to wave at us from under the door until she got our attention. Failing as a parent is when your daughter exclaims she can't wait for her privates to grow, so she can pee like her brother. RIC he's on the new TikTok trend, X game mode. Curious boy nearly dies after sticking 53 magnetic balls up peen. When I was a kid I thought colorblind people can't see colors, which means like example, they can't see the yellow colors, and stupid me shows a yellow object and thinking it's invisible and they can't see it. I was that stupid as a kid. My sister tried to prank me. Really good makeup remover, please use. Like the video and subscribe right now, and watch my previous Dank Memes videos. Thanks.